Hi, thank you for coming to my channel. This is Midnight Moon Tarot and I'm Diana. This reading is for the astrological sign of Leo. Also Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus is associated with your birthday. Okay, so if you are new to my channel, I would ask that you subscribe and click the little bell so that you're notified every time that I upload new content. If you like my style of reading and you would like a personalized reading, the links to contact me are in the description box below. My email address is midnightmoontarot@gmail.com. There's also links to my social media as well as my Patreon and PayPal as well. So we will go ahead and jump into this reading. This is for the month of August, the 1st through the 10th of August 2019. Okay. What are the love messages for Leo? I'm going to turn my air conditioner off because it's really loud. Hold on just 1 minute. All right, sorry about that. I had uploaded one just a little while ago and it was, I had to do it completely over because the noise from the air is so loud. All right, and we're going to go ahead and start. We're going to shuffle. What are the messages for Leo for the 1st through the 10th of August 2019? What are the love messages for Leo for the 1st through the 10th of August 2019? What are the love messages for Leo for the 1st through the 10th of August 2019? What are the love messages for Leo for the 1st through the 10th of August 2019? I'm going to shuffle one more time, okay? What are the love messages for Leo for the 1st through the 10th of August 2019? Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and divide these cards up. Alright. And I think I'm going to go with these. Alright. Okay. The Five of Pentacles, it was in reverse, is going to be the overall energy for this reading. Basically, Five of Pentacles, when it's this way, means you feel ignored, you feel left out in the cold, maybe ghosted, abandoned, you know, all of those feelings that we get when maybe we feel left out or somebody didn't consider our feelings as far as our relationship goes. All right, I'm going to go ahead and lay out these cards. Okay. Every one of these are in reverse, so my deck must have been upside down. I can understand if it's one or two, but when like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 8 are in reverse. So, all right, let me see if these next ones are. Okay, yeah, the next ones coming up are all in reverse. I'm going to go ahead and turn these around. So, whichever ones are in reverse here, I'm just going to read them as if they're upright, and the ones that are upright, I'm going to read as if they are reverse. Okay, so Judgment reverse and Leo up. Okay, all right, so we have the Strength card, which, you know, it's Leo. This is the Leo card. This represents you. This is everything that describes a Leo. You're strong, you're powerful, dynamic. You have the Judgment reverse. So that means that, you know, things didn't work out the way that you wanted them to. You were hoping your relationship would work. You see in this Judgment card, you see the resurrection of these souls here. It's upside down. At this time, you feel like there is no there's no chance. You're feeling hopeless, as if there's no chance for any type of resurrection or reconciliation between you and your loved one, you know, and pertaining to this reading. All right. You're going to have to call on all of your strength, all of your prowess, everything that you have to get through this moment here. All right. So both of these cards are, turn this in the way it's supposed to be. Okay, so we have the Ace of Wands and the Empress. And so the Ace of Wands generally is a card about sexuality, being attracted. There's people find you very dynamic. They find you very appealing to them. The Empress is about new beginnings. She's pregnant in here. It's about fertility. It's not necessarily, you know, human reproductive fertility. It could be new starts, new beginnings, starting a new job, going to a new city, completely starting over after you leave a situation that maybe made you feel not so great about yourself, and just going out, self-discovery. People will find you very sexually attractive. So when, you know, if you are out just to have fun and enjoy your summer, that can be really great. But if you're looking to do some healing and you're looking for, you know, something a little less shallow, you know, just be aware that people may be wanting you just for one thing. People may just be sexually attracted to you and not really care so much about you as a person. Okay, so we have the Death card and the Magician, and both of these are major arcana cards. And the Strength and the Empress and Judgment, you have got so far 5 major arcana cards. There are some very, very strong energies going on right now. I had posted something earlier on my Instagram about the dates, the 25th and the 26th of July, and them being the end of the Mayan and galactic cycles, and the Earth coming back into realignment with the galactic calendar. And it is a time to release and let go, you know, just let go of you know, past hurts. It's time to put anybody behind us that is not in alignment with our greater good. You at this time will, and you know, this goes along with the 26th of July as well, being able to, once the Earth is back in galactic realignment, we have more power, we have more focus, we will be able to manifest things into our lives more easily. So once you have put this negativity behind you, once you have laid to rest this past relationship, forgiven it, and you will be able to you know, move on. Death card doesn't always mean that it's completely and totally over. It's a sign of new beginnings. And we have your Empress card, which reinforces that for us, okay? All right, and excuse me if you hear a lot of noise out there. This is New Orleans, and there's it's wide open 24/7, okay? So we have the Two of Pentacles and the Two of Cups. Now, both of these cards are number 2s, and 2s represent, you know, trying to make a decision, good and evil, right or wrong, black or white, you know. So we're thinking about, do we reconcile, do we not reconcile? Should I give this person another chance, or should I not give them another chance? We have this little jester here on the shore, and he's juggling and paying attention to his own self, to his own focus, not really paying attention to you at all. The waters in the back are very turbulent. They're tossing the ships around. They are, the people out there in these ships don't know what's going on. They're scared. They feel, you know, they don't know whether it's the end of their life or not. You know, not necessarily end of their life, but end of the relationship, you know, and pertaining to this love reading. So your person acts as if your feelings don't matter. They're only focused on that. It's funny to upset you. It's funny to, to just ignore you and leave you out in the, feeling like you're out in the cold. All they want to do is what brings them pleasure, to use you for their own needs, and not bring into consideration that you have feelings and heart. You have feelings and your heart can break. They're not worried about that. They're just up here just playing, having a good time, not realizing that you feel like you are dying inside. So when you think about this reconciliation at this point, this may be something that you want to leave behind. Just you're thinking about it. If you should reconcile or you shouldn't, whether you should give another chance to this relationship. All right. So that's the Seven of Wands and the King of Swords. So the Seven of Wands, you feel like you're always having to be defensive with this person. They're maybe saying you are too sensitive. You demand too much of my attention. You're always feeling like you have to be defensive. And it may be time to bring out your inner King of Swords and, cut this person out of your life. Even if it's just temporarily. This is not to say that we can't have this person back in our life again at a later date. If that person has some growth and you have growth and you're able to work through things and manifest love in the correct way, okay? You can always have a resurrection after death visits your relationship, and you can have that reconciliation. I'm going to keep reading just a little bit so that we can find out how this comes about. All right. So we have Justice reverse and Five of Swords. Okay. So Justice in reverse means don't be so quick to judge. Don't be so quick to maybe cut this relationship off. It may very well be salvageable. You have to be careful that out of your hurt, you don't use name calling or blame, or everybody sees things from a different perspective. Just because you want to win that argument doesn't mean that the person's going to be happy about it as well. When you have an argument, you want both parties to kind of meet in the middle. You want the other person to see your point of view, and they want you to understand their point of view as well. So take your time. If it's not constructive when you're having when you're talking through, it's like working out a contract or something. When you are dealing with your ex partner or a potential new person that you may meet, when you're talking about your needs, make sure that you're honest and you tell them exactly what you want from a relationship and what you expect from a relationship and how you expect to be treated, that you don't want to be ignored. You don't want your feelings belittled. You want to be able to feel as if you are this beautiful Empress and, have so much growth and move forward and build a relationship and a life with this person. So again, keep your focus on the argument at hand, or the negotiations at hand. And when you talk to people, a lot of people will see it confrontationally, as if when you set up boundaries, you're setting ultimatums. And, I don't really see that there's a problem with ultimatums, because that's your strength, and that's your dignity, and that is your self-respect, where you saying, no, I'm not telling you what you can or can't do, but I'm telling you that if you want to be with me, these are the things that I expect from a relationship, and this is what I'm willing to give in this relationship. And if you can't do that, then I am going to have to walk away. Okay. That's the Ace of Cups reversed, and Temperance. So where you may feel like, when it's this way, of course, you're so filled with love and joy that it is overflowing into your life. Water is always emotions, and you are feeling as if, everything is beautiful. When it's upside down, of course, if you take a cup and you empty it, you feel that there is no joy, there is no, there's no pleasure in this relationship at all. It's all just gone. It's not always pleasurable when it's the end of a relationship. And sometimes, the end of a relationship isn't always the end of a relationship. What I do here when I read is I generally read until there's some type of resolution, a reconciliation, or a new romance that comes in. But be patient. Don't be quick to judge. Don't be quick to judge your partner. We're all human. We all make mistakes. And we want to be treated right. We want our partner to treat us the way we would treat them as well. We sometimes feel a little indignant and don't want to have someone, I guess, disrespect us. And some of us have different ideas depending on how we were raised, what disrespect is and what it isn't. Where someone may be more lighthearted, we may see them as callous and uncaring. Okay, some people say, like Robin Williams, for instance, carried a lot of pain inside of himself, but he hid that pain by being a comedian, by cutting up, by doing that. So you may, some of this water in this relationship may pertain to your significant other, and that they have very high emotions too, and they are using this jovial attitude in order to cover up that they really are hurting. Okay, so this is very strong Capricorn energy. It also shows that there might have been some type of karmic or toxic relationship here. We feel as if we are bound to that person when really we're not. We could walk away. We can break those chains. We hold the key inside of ourselves to know what we want. That is what I was saying earlier about boundaries. You don't have to stay in a relationship that makes you feel bad, or a relationship where you may be doing things that makes the other person feel bad. And so everybody is just like all the time feeling defensive. And you can't ever relax, because sometimes you feel like you can't be as honest with your partner as you should be, because you don't want to upset them. But at the same time, that's not really being very honest. And if they hid things from you, you would probably be a little upset as well. And again, you could walk away if you want to. The illusion of being trapped is just that. It's just an illusion. You see, these swords do not surround her. You see, these bandages are very loose on her. You see, this blindfold is about to fall off. Okay, you can, and you do have the ability to walk away from this relationship, even if it's for a little while, a couple weeks, couple months, years, or forever. You have that. Don't make hasty decisions. Okay. All right. And you had a couple of twos earlier. You had the Two of Cups, and you have the Two of Pentacles. All right, where this number is breaks down to number 7, but you're being pulled in two directions. You need to carefully consider what it is that you want from this relationship. Don't be getting back with your ex just because they're lonely or you're lonely for a night. If it's just going to lead to heartbreak, if it's not time to be back with them. I'm sorry, I just knocked my glasses over. All right. So, All right, so it does look like you will be receiving some type of communication from your significant other. I do feel like it is an air sign. You have a lot of swords that keep showing up in this reading. Your King of Swords, your Eight of Swords, and let's see, what else did you have? Five of Swords. Lots and lots of sword energy. One of the most compatible relationships between Leo and air signs is Leo and Libra. Certainly the King of Swords represents Libra. So feel like, you know, this air sign person, you will be receiving some type of communication from them very shortly. You don't have to respond. You can keep them on block. Check the messages when you feel emotionally ready to check the messages, or don't check them at all. But you know, don't be hasty to make that decision to completely cut somebody off yet. And when it comes down to your peace of mind and, you know, balance, which is Libra again, and this can relate to your balance as well as to your partner's balance. When we are not balanced in our mind and in our heart, it's hard to always use our best judgment. We need to, you know, use our temperance and make better decisions and take our time. Slow down. Just slow down. Things are going to work out, but just slow down. Don't try to rush things before they're ready, or it will get you nowhere. So we have a Nine of Wands energy here. And, you know, wands are the element of fire, which is you, Leo. And you are feeling a little more... You're feeling a little more at ease after this communication comes through. You still feel like maybe I'm going to see what's up with this person. You may not feel that you can trust them yet. You may feel as if you are going to, you know, just, you know, take your time, see what happens. You do have the Three of Wands here, which means that, you know, you're turning a little bit back towards this reconciliation. You're considering it. You are thinking, you're looking towards the future. You're trying to imagine what it would be like if you go back to this person and work things out. All right. So we have the Star, and we have the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so the Star, where's my little tower? I know there was a tower here. Okay, so when we have, I'm sorry. So when we have this Death card, we have the Devil, we have the Judgment card. You know, we've been through all this pain. We're considering this resurrection of our relationship. We're considering the reconciliation. We're trying to let go of our toxic, low vibrational energies that we brought to this relationship so that we can focus more on putting them to rest and leaving them behind, and having a brand new beginning with our loved one. And this is a very beautiful card. You know, she's naked, she's vulnerable. You have the 8-pointed star, and you have 8 stars surrounding the 8-pointed stars. And the 17, 7 and 1 adds up to 8, so it's like a triple 8, which is triple infinity, triple good luck. It is a very awesome card. When you put that together with your 9 of Wands, that means you have, she's focused on this bird, and the bird, and pertaining to this reading, is your relationship. You've focused on it. You have planted your seeds. You're watching the new growth come in. You are, where's my pretty Empress? Yeah, so you have this new growth coming in, and it looks as if you will reconcile with this person. Of course, this is a generalized tarot reading. Doesn't mean you have to follow. This doesn't mean you have to go back if things are still toxic. Of course, you know, take more time, do a little more healing. The final outcome for this reading is the Ace of Pentacles. So when you add this Ace to this 9, you do have your 10 of Pentacles, which tells me that there will be, you know, this new beginning when you have your reconciliation after your resurrection. And you will feel, you know, this, when you, 1 pentacle and 9 pentacles equals 10 pentacles, which means that you will have a good solid foundation and future with this person. It just may be a little bit of growth and maturity on both parts. Use your strength, use your better judgment, use, you know, try to see things maybe not so blindly. Feel like, you know, you always keep the your King of Swords, so you can be sure to cut the, you know, BS out of your life, because you want to be happy. You have to stand up to the toxic vibes. You have to be able to say, I won't tolerate this. Sometimes, especially dealing with an air sign, they're just flirty and fun-filled, and they just, you know, like the element of air. They're just breezy. You do sometimes have to ground them just a little bit, okay? And you know, air feeds fire, and the fire warms the air. It's a very good combination. Anyway, that concludes this reading, and I hope you enjoyed that. And I will be doing more video uploads on the dynamics between twin flames, soulmates, karmic, and divine unions, as well as cord cutting, you know, when a relationship is finally over and it is for the greater good of everyone involved, when we do the cord cutting and letting go, so that we can focus more on ourselves and our growth, so that when we do reunite with our twin flame, that things are healthy and we can experience love and put that love back out into the world. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that reading, and join me back here again soon. All right, bye-bye.